to Opportune. My name is Eva, and in today's lesson we're going to do another Power BI project. If you haven't checked the previous ones, you can go back to the playlist and you find them there. So in this report we're dealing with financial data, and you're going to be doing the analysis of the data. What you're going to do is an operational analysis. So we're going to look at a few metrics. The first thing you're going to find is the total profits. Then you're going to calculate the total sales. We'd like also to know the units sold for that particular company. The other thing we'd like to find out is the sales of each product. So we are going to look at the sales of each product. We're also going to have a correlation of the profits, the units sold, and the sales of each product. We'll see a trend of the manufacturing price over the time, the 2 years, and we'll also look at the cost of goods sold of each product. So we'll start designing the report. We will get the data. In this report, you're going to use a CSV file. So you can come here, get data, or you can go to recent sources. We also had another CSV file recently. And our data is right here. So let's wait as it pulls the records. So this is a preview of the data that you're going to use. The first thing that we'll do, we'll transform the data so that we can look at a few things. And this is going to take us to Power Query. So here's the table. Let's have a look at the data. We have the market segment, we have the country, we have the product, we have the discount band, the units sold, we have the manufacturing price, we have the sale price, gross sales, the discounts, the sales, cost of goods sold, we have the profits, the date, and then the breakdown of the date in month number, month name, and the year. So there's a few things I'd like us to note here. If you look at the type, the data type here of each column, you can see the, let's come across, you can see the discount is text, and it's not supposed to be text. We're supposed to have this as a fixed decimal number. So the first thing that we do, I'd like us to replace this $sign and negative with 0, which means there are no discounts issued for these sales. So what we do, we replace values. And we type what we want to replace and what we want to replace with. And you can see okay. Then fixed decimal number. Now we can go ahead and change the type of the data to fixed decimal number. So we go across a spreadsheet, and we'll see the profit is also the same. So we'd like to have this. What we do, we right click and replace. And then we put the $negative 0, say okay. Okay, the other thing I'd like to standardize is the date. As you can see, we have the day first, then the month, then the year. So if you come here, you'll see using locale, and you'll adjust it from here. Let's give it time. So as you can see, the first thing that we change is the data type and put date. Then the locale will change from the month first. We'll put English, United Kingdom, and you have the day first, the month, and the year. So you can say okay. So that's not going to bring our confusion when you load our data to the Power BI. You can take note of that and address it at this point. Okay, we didn't change this. So that's fine. The rest, you can see it's okay. So we can just close and apply and load our data. There we have our data, and we can expand this and see all the information that we have here. You can see the summations and the other details. So it's time we start analyzing and creating visuals for what the information we'd like to capture. We start by designing our wallpaper, and we'll use a color in this case. So the color number I'd like us to use, let me read right here. So we go to color, then more colors, and here you will type the pound sign hash 619 F8E. That's the one we're going to use for the canvas. And then we'll have a text box at the top just to name our report. We'll adjust it, it's okay. You can come to the end. So let's put a cursor here and see what you're doing. So the font size, we're going to be 32. We're going to make it bold and italic, also underlined. Let me retain the black font first, and then I don't know the name of the company, so I'm just going to like this. We're going to put it at the center. Let's change the background to match. Then the font color, we can take it to white. Okay. So let's put white, okay? Now that's okay. So that's all on the formatting the title of our report and the canvas. Let me just save this. You save as we go. That's okay. So the first thing I'd like us to put in the visuals is the total profit, and in this case we're going to be using a card. We have a new card here, we have the old one here, so let's just use the new one though. I'm just going to format it like the old card. So we'll put the profit and drag it to the data. It's going to give us the total profit, and we will design one card and copy paste it to capture the other two information, the other two metrics of the total sales and the units sold. So that's there. We'll start formatting this card. The layout, the colored values, I'd like to get rid of the label there. The other thing I'd like to change is the font size. Let's go 15. And the font type. We're going to use Sergio Light. Then we're going to make it bold. Okay. We'll change the color to white, but let's just change it so we'll not see. And then as you can see, let me bring it back to black, and we look at something here. You can see all these decimal places. We can reduce them from here, or the other thing that we can do, we can come to table view. That is the profit. We're doing profit. Okay, it's here. Highlight this column, and then you come to the decimal, and you can choose the decimal places that you want to display for this specific card. So I'm going with 2, and I'll go back. Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. So go back to the card and see it has adjusted. Okay, the other thing I'd like us to adjust is the card. First of all, we're going to remove the border. We're going to change the background color to match our canvas. Then let's collapse this. So let's see if we can finish with the values. Okay. So we come to general. We can go to the title. We turn it on, and we call this profit. So we'll use Sergio Light. We retain 14 italic, and then text color is going to be white. Collapse the title a little bit. Then we're going to use the same color. I'm going to put this one on, and then the color is going to be white. And then the rounded corners, we're going to adjust these pixels to 15. Okay, let's go back to the values, and what I wanted to change is the color, font color to white. Okay, that's okay. I will make this one a bit, change this to bold. Okay. That is looking okay. So we'll use this format to visualize the other two. the total sales and the total profit, the total sales and the units sold. Okay, so let's remove profit from the data and bring the sales. Come to format. The only thing you're going to change here is the title, and you're going to caption this as sales. Okay, I'd like us to also address this sales. From the sales, we're going to change the decimal to 2, and the units sold, and also to use 2. Okay, so let's go back to total sales. Then the last one is going to be units sold. So we remove this one, put units sold, drag it and drop there. Go to formatting, title, units sold. Okay, the other metric we'd like to display here is a drill down of the sales by products, and you're going to use a bar chart in this case. So I'm going to add it right here, adjust and bring it up here. Let me just put them. So we have on our x-axis, we're going to put the sales. And on the y-axis, we'd like to see the products. So this is telling us how these products are performing. Hold this one a little bit. Okay. So we'll start formatting this. Under the visuals, let's start with the y-axis. I'd like to remove that title. I'd like the font color to be white. We'll collapse that. On the x-axis, we also want to remove the title. The font color of the values here, we change to white. Let's collapse this one too. Then when you come to the bars, we'd like to change color to white also, so you're not seeing it anymore. Let me go to general and change the background and see what we are working with. Okay. While we are here, let's also do the title and remove this. We'll put this one to light, retain the same font, we'll make it italic. Our text color is going to be white. And then let's collapse this, go proceed with the visual border. And we'd like to have a white border with 15 pixels of the rounded corner. So I want these grids to be visible, so we'll go back to the visual. Grid lines, the vertical ones are on, then white, and then just increase it to 2. And with this information now we can see from the total sales that we have which is the best performing product compared to the rest. So while we are here, let me add 2 slices here, one for the segment and one for the year, so that we can drill further down. So I'll use the old slicer. You can see there's a new slicer here. There's the other slicer. So I don't think this. Okay. I have seen one difference, but let me use the old one. The old one better. So here I'll use the year to filter the information. And let's format this one. Under the settings, we'll have a drop down. Okay, can do this. Okay, it will be a drop down if it's up here. Adjusting. That's okay. So we'll have to for the year and for the market segment. So I'll format one, then we'll copy and paste it. Okay, font color we're going to do white for the header. It's going to be that. Okay. And for the values, we're also going to use a white font. And under the general, we'll use the header, so we're not going to deal with the title in this case. We'll have that background color, and then we're also going to have the border, and the color will be white. Okay, I don't like that border, so it just doesn't look okay. So what we'll do, we'll take this back to 0. We'll have the border, but not the rounded corners. That's better. So I'll copy this and paste. So I'll have it there, and in this case I'm going to put the segment, so you can come and okay. Selection, and this font color. Background, then the font color to white. Then copy paste and have it here. And what I'll do, we just pick the segment again and drop. That's what we want. Okay, so when we come to the channel partners, if we'd like to filter with the channel partners, then you can see the information of the profits, the best performing product under that, and the unit sold under this for all the years for 2013 and for 2014. Yes. So we can drill down further. We can filter according to market segment and the year that we'd like to see. From our financial data, the other thing we'd like to see is the cost of goods sold. and I'll use a funnel for this. We'll have our funnel here. Let's come to formatting later. Let's just have the data that we want. We want to see the cost of goods sold of each product. Okay, now we can start formatting the visual. Let's put it here in the middle. And we'll come to the colors of the bars. It's going to be white. The data labels are on, inside center, and the values are this color. Then let's go back first to the effect and change our background color so that you can see what we're working with. While we are here, we'll also change the border color to white. For this case, we're going to have the rounded corners. Then we can also deal with the title of our visual. I will change the font type. Okay, so let me address something on this bar chart. I'd like us to have data labels inside. So just go back here before I forget. We're going to turn them on, and then we'll come to the value, then the color. It's going to be the same as our canvas, and then we're going to position them inside center. Yeah, so we can proceed with our funnel. Okay, let's collapse this one. So we come to the conversion rate and change the color to white. Then category labels, we'll also change the color to white. And with that, you can see how the cost of goods sold has been over the 2-year period. The last thing we'd like to visualize are 2 things. Number 1, the trend of the manufacturing price over the 2 years. The second thing we'd like to see is the correlation of the profit, the sales, units sold for each product. So we're going to capture that information down here, and I'll start with the trend line that is going to capture the 2 information. On the x-axis, I'm going to put the period, so the date. On the y-axis, I'm going to put the manufacturing price. Okay. So you can see how the manufacturing price has been fluctuating over the years. So at this point, it's very high, then we have it here very low. So this is something we'd like to find out what is happening in these 3 scenarios, where even currently for the 2014 the price was very high. So it's something that the management would like to investigate. Why is the price going up to these levels and sometimes down to these levels? So let's now format the visual. We'll come to the x-axis. We want to hide these titles since we have one title capturing what we're displaying. For the both x-axis and y-axis, then okay, just change the color of the font to white. Do the same for the y-axis, values, and then the color. It's going to be white. So collapse this, we go into the lines and go to the color. We change the color to white. So now we can see anything. Let's collapse this and go to general. We start with the title. Just going to remove the we'll change the font type, semi-bold, italic, color, white. Collapse this, effects, change the background color. So I'd like to see the vertical grids here. So I'll go back to visual and put so we're going to change the color to white. It's the horizontal, sorry. Just I'm actually going to turn it completely off. On. I won't use the. Okay, I'll turn off the verticals and have this white and increase the width to 2 pixels. There. That's okay. In the same area, I'd like to have a scatter plot. So I'm going to copy and paste this visual in the same place. Okay, we'll change this title. So I'll copy and paste the same visual. We'll come first to view and then our selection so that you can see our layers. Okay, as you can see, we have 2 layers of manufacturing price, but one is going to capture different information. So what you're going to do, you're going to rename this layer, and I'm going to call it correlation. Just it's okay up to them. In this layer, it's going to have the scatter plot visual. So I remove these 2 fields. I'm going to click scatter chart, and then the first thing we'll have on the x-axis is the profit. Then the other thing we're going to have on the y-axis, the sales. Then we'll have the units sold in the values, and the legend is going to capture the products. Let's try again. Okay, so you can see where our profits and sales are and the units sold are distributed. It's between these profits and these sales, and you can see as they increase, the products are decreasing, but the best performing product here is the Paseo. You can see the under the legend and the color that we have. Let's change this so that we can be able to see it. Okay, legend. this white color. Okay, that's okay. So you can see this purple and the other products are ending here. They do not go above the 200k profits, neither do they go above the $1 million sales. So we have that, but we want to be able to see, as we are presenting this report, this in the trend line. So we're going to use a button to capture that information. So what I'm going to do, reduce this a little bit to there. So going to the other one, reduce it. So can I go here and see? Okay. So that's okay. I'm going to bring in buttons, and we go to insert. Then you'll say buttons, select buttons, a blank button. So it's up here, we'll drag it and drop it there. So we'll format one button and then we'll have it copy and pasted twice so that we can have one. So I'm going to name this one profit, since we are the layer that we currently have is the profit layer. So I'll name it profit. We retain the same shape. Rotation, I'm not going to change anything there. So we'll come to text and turn on text, and under the text I'll call it profit. The font color is going to be white. I do not want a border here. Then I'll come to effects. Yes, where I want to change to give it a border, and change the color to white. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's okay. So the last thing I'm going to change here is a shadow. I'm going to give it a shadow, and that's okay. Let's collapse this first. So something else that we're going to do, we want when we press this button, this is what is displayed here at the bottom, and when we press the other button I'm going to add here, we have the trend line displayed. So what you do, we'll come to action and we'll turn it on after I put the bookmark. So let's first have this copy pasted there. Let me format the other button right here. Under the style, this one will caption price, and okay, that's okay. So the last thing I'm going to put is a small narration at the bottom here. We'll add a text box. Okay, it's where we need it. And we'll change the font size to 12. And this is what we're going to see. As you can see, the best performing product here is Paseo, and it also has the highest cost of goods sold. And then for the previous year, let's see, by year 2013, Best performing product was Velo. 2014 is Paseo, and then yeah, so you just have a short summary saying best product sales. Let me see if we overrun it all. Or 33M. Main product for the 2013 in 2013, so the management can easily capture this, and we can see what happened, because overall you can see the Velo product comes in third, while if you look by year, this year Velo has come in number 5, and 2013 it was the best performing product. So we can try to see the management can look into it and find out what happened and boost the sales. Okay. So we have that narration there. So I'll just format this. And now the font size is too big, 12, and the italic at the center. And then we can have the background color, same as the canvas, and then font, change the font color to white. Okay, so I'd like to bookmark this with the current visual here. We'll go to view, and then we'll select bookmarks. So this one is going to help us with navigation, such that with these two buttons you can be able to navigate the two visuals at the bottom there. So I'm going to add and call this the correlation. And then I'll come back here. Profit. Okay. So let's name these two whatever's button. So let's collab this. Oh, under selection, this button is called price. So I'll change this to price. That's okay. So what I want to do, I want to hide this. I want to hide the correlation and have the trend line and bookmark this. I'll add and call this the trend. And that is done. So what will happen is if I click the price button, I want to see the price, and if I click the profit button, I want to see down here how the profit correlation with the other attributes are. So under that selected button, price button, I'll come to action and turn the action on. I'll select the action to a bookmark, and this is going to give me the price trend through the year. So I'll bookmark trend, and then I'll come to the profit button and turn on the action. So we can go ahead and collapse all these panes. So let's say when you want to see whether that the settings are effective under your designing page, what you do, you click and you hold the control button. You can see we have the price, then goes back to the correlation of the profit. The profit, sales, units sold in the product. So I'll have to change this title again. Let's format first the title. Profits, sales, units sold. Okay. Profits. So let's see what we can do. Now you see with those few visuals, we are able to see the operational performance of the business in terms of the profit, the sales, the units sold. We're also able to see the sales by each product. We can drill down to the cost of goods sold by each product. And then we can see the correlation of the profits, units sold, and the products. And also we can see the trend of the manufacturing price over the period. We also have a summary, a short summary of what we have here. And we are able also to filter this by the segment and the year. I hope this video has been informative, and I'd like you to like, share, and subscribe, and stay safe.